Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. How the heck are you? I am, as always, Diana Clary and the Lavender Lady. This is, as always, the open chat. And, oh, look what we have here just in time to complete the cockpit personnel.
Oh, well, what
Oh
do you know?
my, yay, this is a very, very good thing. It is a very good thing. Oh, yes, we have in the co pilot seat on the right hand side my dear friend, the one, the only, the brilliant, the beautiful Kate Farr Bionic Dance. How are you, dear?
Hi, everybody. I'm actually quite baked at the moment, but other than
Hmm.
that, no, things are decent at the moment.
Oh,
You?
yay. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. And we have just in the door our chief engineer and navigator, the one, the only, the brilliant, the beautiful Mom NATO. Hi, dear. How are you?
Oh, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
tired. It's been a
Oh, my.
long day. I spent most of the morning with my mother.
Oh, boy.
So, yes.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
see.
supposed to call her and wake her up in the next half hour for some reason because she doesn't want to sleep all night long. But okay.
I thought that's what you were supposed to do all night long
Well,
under
she
more.
laid, she,
No, 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 no. You have to be shaken by
yeah.
someone all night long.
Mm. Well,
I'm
Shook
not
me
going to say a
all
word.
night. And
yeah,
down.
she wanted to take a brief nap and then
she,
get up, do whatever she's gonna do,
she wanted to
and
take
then
a nap in her briefs? What?
mm, yeah,
Okay, just checking.
yeah. hmm
How are things coming with her? Seriously.
Um, so far, they are saying she probably does not need chemotherapy, which is good.
It's a good thing. It's a very good thing.
Um, she is still having issues with fluid and drainage from the incisions where they removed her lymph nodes under her arm.
Okay, okay.
Um, it's still causing her problems, but she is elderly, so she heals much slower than would be for a younger person.
Tell me about it.
They have not gotten all of the biopsies that they did back yet, all of the results back yet, so they still don't know what they're doing as far as radiation goes.
Oh my, they don't have him yet?
So,
Because what was that? That was at least 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
a month and a half ago.
Okay, well, this is what happens with time when you get
Yeah,
old. Yeah, you lose track of it.
right.
Holy
hmm
shit, man. I mean, I had my biopsy results back
Well,
within.
they've got some of them.
Okay.
They've got some of them back, but they're doing more biopsies on the tumor itself that they removed
What did they
that have
biop?
not come back.
So, wait a minute. They're doing the biopsies on the tumor. What were they biopsying aside from the tumor?
The
Surround.
lymph nodes.
Okay, okay. I was wondering if it was surrounding tissue. Okay.
hmm Yeah, they
No, I always
removed.
thought that breasts were nymph
Yes, but
Yeah.
they removed 11 of the lymph nodes under her arm, and they all
Okay.
came back negative for cancer, which is an important thing
Yes.
because it means it hasn't spread.
Right. You don't want metastasis.
Right.
Yeah.
And it means that they caught it so early. The only hopeful signs of cancer was the actual lump, the actual
Okay.
tumor.
Okay.
But we'll see.
So
And
what you're saying is rather than cancer, it was a case of no, you can't, sir.
yes, we're hoping. We're hoping that's how it goes. It would be nice.
It would be, yes, definitely.
But the doctor said that they pretty much caught it before it really even hit stage one.
Who the hell is this? I have no idea what this thing is. What is this tornado thing over here?
Ew.
Yeah.
I know that it sure is smelly.
I have entered the plexiglass nose cone.
Yes, you have, Bombardier dear. How are you?
I'm doing good drinking some orange and cream sparkling water.
Okay. That sounds interesting. Not as interesting as celery soda, but it does sound interesting.
Yeah, I'm
What?
drinking celery soda. Dr. Brown's celery. This stuff is so damn good.
Oh, and I also helped Mom Nato out earlier today.
For
We
which he
figured out
is.
why our dog we figured out why our dog wasn't eating as much food as he used to.
Yeah.
Because somehow along the line, forgive me for using a Kent Hovind phrase here, long ago and far away,
Mhm.
bugs entered the dog food container.
Oops.
We're not sure where they. Well, the thing is we didn't have them last month before I bought the dog food. Cute Kate. Before we bought the dog food at the Rural King, we didn't have
Okay.
this issue.
So
Now
that's.
all of a sudden,
Yeah.
yeah, they had to have been in the food.
Must have been. I have not had any sort of problems like that with
And they're
Sylvia's
not
food.
they're not roaches. They're beetles of some sort,
Okay.
because they're not shaped like a roach. They have their head is distinctly separate from the body, the torso, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah, they are not white and semi-cylindrical with a sort of a charred appearance
Yeah,
at one end.
yeah.
No,
They're
huh?
oh my god. But they're completely black. And cockroaches
No,
are
they're
not
usually
black.
brown. Um,
Right.
I don't remember
Brown or
seeing
light
any.
tan.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing any
God,
black
Kate.
cockroaches.
Yeah, so and we don't I had never seen these things before until this last month.
Huh.
And
That's
I don't
interesting.
know.
Is
Yeah,
is climate
but
change introducing a species to your neighborhood that wasn't there?
no, I think wherever they had the food
Got
from
infested.
got infested with something, yeah, with some sort of bug larva.
Okay then. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, fun stuff, man.
yeah, it was really gross. We went to, and the food, we went to throw it out because it was not looking good.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started throwing it out, pouring it into the trash bag, we saw the bugs in the food, and it's like, oh my god.
That explains everything.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, because we've been in this house almost 3 years now, and not
Okay.
seeing bugs like this
Yeah, so
at all.
that means that this is a novel occurrence. Yes.
Right. Are you happy changing the colors on your computer,
Oh,
sweetie?
I'm not doing a thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're tripping out over there, okay?
Yeah,
Man,
she's really tripping today.
you
What
know
did
what?
you do?
Okay, hang on. We're
She's
gonna have
baked.
some fun here. Where is? I've got to see where to pin the stuff here. I don't want to pin myself.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yay! So everybody can see what we're talking about here.
How do you do that, Kate?
It,
Magic.
but
Are you having fun?
A little too much fun, perhaps.
she is completely baked.
Oh boy, yeah, 375 for an hour and a half, man.
Mhm.
I'm kind of jealous, actually. I was having some tummy problems earlier today, and I wouldn't have
Oh
minded
no.
getting things settled that way and being a little bit baked. I haven't been
Mhm.
baked in a while, man. It's been several years.
You mean
Um,
you haven't had a fever in a
But
while?
you have
Or you haven't
definitely been
No.
roasted.
there you go.
No.
No, honey, I haven't been high in quite a long time.
Baked is another way of saying completely high and wasted off her ass.
Yeah.
What did you get yourself into, Diana?
What?
No, it's not
What were
Diana.
you
It's Kate.
imbibing in?
It's Kate. She's been imbibing in Mary Jane.
Now there's the interesting thing, as Mr. Carlin once said. You've got, toke, smoke, grass, Mary Jane. Nobody ever said it. You know?
What?
He did this routine about how nobody ever said Mary Jane in reference to marijuana, and he was right.
Oh,
I didn't know anybody who called it that.
I wasn't around for it, so I don't know.
You know why they call it Mary Jane?
Because that's
And
the literal
I-
translation. Marijuana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maria
Yeah.
Juana. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
But
my,
what-
oh, my, oh, my.
Oh, I thought it was Mary Corona.
No.
No. That's his corona.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
My Corona.
My Bologna.
Mm.
Yeah, we're going to get ourselves thrown off the air sooner or later. Oh, God.
Or
Ay, caramba.
And everybody
Or
in the
Trump's-
side chat is wondering what the hell's going on with us. What'd you?
Trump's Corona.
Oh, scheisse.
Oh.
Oh, man, this is going to be so much fun. Well, we all know the...
What gets me
this
is Vice President Pence is going to have the vice presidential debate, even though he has been around Trump, who has coronavirus,
Well, he's got to look...
COVID-19,
It's
monkey
either the...
butter.
It's
Oh my
either the
God.
case that he has to look strong or he wants to infect his opponent. I don't know which one.
I don't know, but
I thought Pence was still tested negative.
he is. But Trump has been
I
hospital.
know. But what I'm saying is like I don't know. I'm not sure how much cause there is for concern yet about this debate. Although I'll tell you this much: if I was Kamala Harris, I'd drop out and tell Tulsi to fill in. But if I didn't do that, I would insist that we do it like via some sort of teleconference setup, so that we're
Yeah.
all in different rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good thing. It would be.
The issue is that there are still people coming down with it. The secretary, press secretary, Mary McNinney or whatever. Yeah, she
Right.
has now tested positive as of today.
Okay, so...
Well, they're
So-
calling it the Rose Garden Massacre, right?
Yes.
I
I
don't
told
think
Mom NATO.
I've had another confirmation that allegedly in China they're calling this the White House virus.
Man, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, dear little one. They're not calling it the kitty virus. No.
Fornicate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
my. Yeah, it's who was it that? Oh, Mage said, I thought Trump would wait to get over the virus before acting completely reckless with it. You've got to be kidding me. He's got to look.
no.
He's got to look strong. So
Yeah.
he's got to do
Trying
the whole
to get
Mussolini
out of
thing the way he did in the balcony.
When everyone
he's-
called his riding around in the SUV his like Trump's joyride, it gave me an excuse to post the Joyride by Roxette fucking everywhere.
Okay, then.
Well, you know my favorite band, and that was like the main song off of their third album, but second in the U.S. And yeah, so I posted it everywhere.
Oh my! The one I liked though was whoever it was that posted he couldn't sleep, so they put him in the car and rode him around the block a few times.
I mean, I didn't make that, but I posted it everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like a baby, but that's another story. Windex has a lot of ammonia.
What?
Oh, okay, we're talking about bugs yet. Okay, fine. Because I was wondering what Brian was saying about Windex has a lot of ammonia in it. Will kill them if they are big.
I heard that like baking
These are-
soda is something they don't care for.
these things were only about a little bigger than my pinky nail, so they weren't huge bugs. They're beetles of some sort. They're not palmetto bugs.
Okay,
Wait a minute.
okay.
What's their torso-ish area, round or more long?
Long.
Long.
Okay, don't let one of those touch you. It will kill you.
Okay.
Oh
kidding, right?
my.
Yes.
With Kate, one can never tell, and that's the best part.
Oh, I'm looking at the contact tracing so far.
Hmm?
So far, we have the 4th Press Office Aide, Admiral Charles Ray, Al Drago, Bill Stepine, whoever the fuck that is,
Oh.
Chad Gilmartin, Chris Christie, Claudia Conway.
Wait, Claudia. Claudia has the
Not
COVID,
Alfred.
or she's a contact.
Claudia's caught the COVIDs.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Donald Trump, obviously. Greg Laurie, Hope Hicks, Jalen Drummond, John Jenkins, John Jenkins' colleague, Journalist
about
1 and
Phil
Journalist
Hammer
3,
Schmidt?
Caroline Levitt, Kelly McKinney,
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Kellyanne Conway,
Hmm.
Lieutenant Commander Jana McCarran, Melania Trump,
Mm-hmm.
Michael Scheer and Michael Scheer's wife, Mike Lee,
Yeah, now we're starting to get into some important people here.
Nick Luna, Ron Johnson, Ronna McDaniel's family member, Stephen
All right,
Miller.
Talon.
Okay, are you
Enough.
gonna go through the entire DC phone book or what here?
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Thinks that Ron Johnson sounds like a porn star.
Yeah, there you are. There you are.
Totally sounds like someone who'd be in porn.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Oh my word! But you mentioned.
Don't even get me started on.
Oh God,
the,
no! We don't want to do that. Oh God, no! I'm such a pain in the arse. I am. Oh my! But yeah, now that you mentioned Mike Lee, it's the whole thing here with Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito. Those two throwing down the gauntlet. And it amazes me that they actually are tipping their hand. They're letting people know in no uncertain terms what they want to do. Would one have thought that they would have shut up, or no? What? Why?
Apparently, these guys are well, pardon my language. They're suicidal. They're committing suicide by virus.
Yeah. But like, yeah, it gets to a point where I just want to say, well, let them. And of course, then someone brings up the fact that, yeah, but it won't just be them because they'll be going around infecting other people, yada, yada, yada. And I'm starting to think, you know what? Maybe we should just let the stupid people roam free and kill each other off.
I'm
It might
wondering.
take a year or 3, but it might actually be worth it.
No, wait, this is interesting. Mr. Shadow Kitty, are you serious when you say this? White House workers are planning to file OSHA complaints.
Wow.
I haven't.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I haven't looked in the news since about noon, so I couldn't tell you.
Wow.
But this
It wouldn't surprise me,
this is
honestly.
this is a total mess. It really is. And what's it got to say when? Okay, I'm expecting Coney Barrett to be confirmed. I hope I'm wrong, but if she's confirmed, I would not at all be surprised. Now you've got 3 raving maniacs on the Supreme
Well,
Court.
But how much of the cabinet's going to be left by the time they start choosing, like voting on a candidate, a nominee?
I don't know. And I think that McConnell is afraid of the numbers being reduced to the point where he's really, really trying to push this ahead. Because I think he knows there's a problem here. And it would be, okay, it's going to sound horrible, but it would be nice, as far as I'm thinking, were there a problem? Were there a couple more senators to be, struck down with the COVID to the point where they couldn't vote and not have their majority? Because otherwise,
Well,
oh well.
Well, the thing is, like, everything I hear is that day 9 of infection is critical. And I
Okay,
don't know what the hell day we're on right now. I want to say 5 or something.
it's about that.
But
I'd say
but
6.
but, but the thing is that, but we're not at 9 yet. So I the way I described it is I feel like I'm waiting for that delivery, where they have an 8-hour window in which to deliver it.
Oh gods, I
And
know those too well.
I'm just waiting for an update on where it is. And the fact that there's so little information coming out right now about Trump's current condition, I'm just like, okay, do I get my delivery or was it lost along the way?
Mm-hmm. And okay, this is
Your
Pierce.
delivery of what?
She's drawing an analogy, honey.
There are things I don't want to say explicitly out loud. Okay.
Yeah, I can understand
Yeah.
why.
It's
Considering this is.
I lost my train of thought. That's okay. That happens to me, as we all well know. I'll get it back eventually. When the show's over, I'll get it back. That's what'll happen. Oh my.
Just to think that all this is happening, I mean, on the one side, it's like Schadenfreude.
Oh, you're speaking of Schadenfreude. Yes, the joy at someone else's misfortune. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what
But on
the
Kitty
other
has.
hand,
There's
this
something
is
about
very much beginning.
hoist by their own petard. What?
It's real. Shadow Kitty posted a link to a HuffPost article. White House workers could file OSHA complaints over Trump's COVID recklessness.
Hold on, I'm looking this up.
Scheisse, that's beautiful. Well, I am glad that I've lasted this long, such that I could get
Oh
to
my
see
God!
this. Oh, thank you, Shadow Kitty. That is so beautiful. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh. Is anything going to actually happen out of this administration anymore? Or is it going to be so confused that it'll be like hitting the reset button where we're going to have to start all over again, basically?
I don't know. Because I don't even know if any of the stuff we might need to do is even possible. We need ranked choice voting.
Yes,
and everyone
we do.
says, oh, it's going to take years. It's going to take multiple elections. People don't seem to realize the time crunch we're in. And I don't know, it's just frustrating.
I'm trying to remember if the ranked choice voting in a presidential election would require a constitutional amendment. I cannot remember offhand. I can look.
I mean, we haven't been in this sort of situation before. This would be national precedent.
And we need to abolish the electoral college.
Absolutely, I've been saying that for half a century, literally.
I
Well,
have
at the
not.
rate things are going, we might be getting there already. Just not in the way Kate would have liked.
Okay. Yeah, it's.
I mean, think about it. How many Congress critters have already had to deal with this shit?
Honestly, probably not enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, the electoral college as a system of voting is just no.
Well, that was instituted when, and this is one of those things that was whitewashed, pun intended, when I was in school, where they didn't tell you that the primary reason for the electoral college was to give electoral precedence to the states that had slavery, into the slave states. But that is the way, what they gave us was the states with lesser population wanted more representation than they deserved. And yeah, the states that had a lesser population happened to be the agricultural slave states. Yeah, so what are you going to do?
I wish my hair really was this color.
What, platinum?
Yeah,
Okay.
that looks so. Well, of course, ow. Of course, it also looks like it's glowing, which probably helps the desire for it. I don't know if it'd be quite as cool if it was, just white.
I don't know. That would be interesting. I don't know if you could apply a filter or something to make your hair look platinum in a picture of yours or something like that with everything else normal and you just do the hair.
Well, it's probably coming eventually.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just worry at how many people are gonna end up resulting with coming down with the COVIDs by the time all this is over.
Half the country.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just keep hoping the whole government wipes itself out.
Wouldn't that be kind of nice? It really would be.
I mean, aren't we already on the verge of that?
Well, I mean, right now, actually, it seems like it's just the right wing. It seems like the left wing took it seriously.
Which they more or less did. Yeah.
Yeah, kudos to them.
Well, I mean, if they don't wipe themselves out, it's a slight improvement, but not by much. I mean, it's the same destination, just a longer trip. I mean, right now, the thing that really does worry me is what happens even if Coney Barrett is not confirmed.
What do you mean?
Well, if Coney Barrett is confirmed, we can kiss marriage equality goodbye. We can kiss Roe v. Wade
Right.
goodbye.
That's the part I was asking about, though.
Well, but even if she isn't confirmed, the ball is already rolling. They'll find somebody else.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, what if Biden wins, which frankly it looks like he will at this point.
We can only hope.
Right. Well, I mean, when Obama was picking justices, the Republicans basically said, "We'll filibuster everything."
Right.
Absolutely everything, right? And so unless we flip Congress and make it go blue, then any justices that we try to pass through won't go,
Right.
no matter who.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I guess that just illustrates the importance of voting in your down ballot races too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I
You
would
know,
personally.
I mean, it's funny how many times I tell people I'm not voting for Biden, and they go, "Well, you have to vote down ballot," without even asking me if I plan to.
Mm-hmm.
Without even asking me, well, do you plan to vote at all? It's like there's this assumption of like, oh, here's someone who doesn't agree with me, and now I have to have a fight.
Yeah, and as you say, it seems that the assumption is that those who don't want to vote the way they want to vote are taking their toys and going home.
Yeah.
And no, it doesn't always work that way. What has happened recently, though, is I'm hoping that it is real, and I hope he doesn't backtrack on his announcement. But Pat Toomey, senator here in Pennsylvania, has announced that he's not going to seek re-election to the Senate, nor will he seek the governorship. That's important because Toomey has been a major GOP lapdog.
Well, I know I've heard the name many times, but
Probably from
not
me.
sure. Not no. I watch a lot of left wing news, but I could not pick him out of a lineup. Is what I'm saying.
Okay then. Yeah. Yeah. Fetterman ran against him this last time. The current lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania ran for the Senate in 16 and unfortunately didn't get through the primary because he would have been an interesting opponent to Pat Toomey. And when I was thinking that it might be even the slimmest version of possible, I was kind of hoping that I could run against Toomey. But for a number of reasons, money not being the least of them, there's no way that I would be able to mount a Senate campaign.
Actually, I just looked it up. We're actually on day 7.
Okay, three topics ago. Okay. Um, yeah, and well,
Just thought it was important to mention.
we'll put a bookmark in about the day that Trump is on, and even that is not certain because we don't know when he contracted the COVID, and it seems that his doctors are lying for him.
Mm-hmm. There's more to it than just that.
Mm-hmm.
The severity of how sick he is also up for question.
Oh yes,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Well, I was talking about that. I wanted like some way to get his current condition.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not going to happen. Not even in a
So
post,
Mm-mm.
not even in a post mortem.
Nope.
Because
well,
I'm saying that there's a significant chance that he's going to die before this first term is over. Um,
so what you're saying is that they'll find him in his jail cell, and he did not give himself COVID.
there you go. Yep. Mm-hmm. No, it's yeah. I have a feeling that he's a lot worse off than anybody is letting on.
Well, people,
Um,
you saw the video of him struggling to breathe, right?
yes, I have seen that. Uh,
Mm-mm.
his Mussolini video where he's on the balcony. He just got to the White House from Walter Reed. He went up to the balcony, took his mask off, and did the whole Mussolini thing with "I am
Mm.
great" and the whole yeah. He
Like
how
you could
many
just see,
people?
like
Yes. Uh huh.
you could, yeah,
Yeah.
you could hear it too. I mean, like there was no doubt the dude was struggling.
Yeah. And the only thing I'm thinking that's keeping him going right now is the dexamethasone.
Mm-hmm.
And there's enough out there about um, steroid use in the elderly precipitating psychiatric symptoms. This is going to be well, not it's going to be. It is really fucking interesting.
Well, I don't know. I just like the whole pandemic and lockdown and all the Black Lives Matter and the riots and all that stuff. It just seemed to happen in an eye blink. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like from the first time you hear about it to it getting to be this big, huge like story was really fast. And then it seemed like we were headed that way with Trump as the COVIDs. And now we're just sort of waiting for any news at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of frustrating. I don't like it.
Right, and I don't like it because of the implications. Is it's not necessarily the case that no news is good news.
Well,
Um,
Right.
wait a minute. I guess I have to. Well, we can't really say, can we? What we would consider good and or bad news in this particular instance.
Indeed, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then when there's no news, the first thing I'm thinking is a cover up. They're not letting us know what's going on for fear that we will know what's going on.
Mm.
Okay?
Oh,
Well,
and
let me
even
just say that I wish the president an unending supply of protons.
There
Eddie
we
Van
go.
Halen died today of cancer.
I saw that.
What?
Yeah.
Who did? Who? Who?
Eddie Van Halen.
What?
Yep.
No.
Uh,
Yep.
cancer, huh?
Yeah, I'm not.
Goodness.
Did I say cancer of the what?
I don't know.
I didn't hear you
Okay.
say it, but I don't know cancer of the what either, so I couldn't tell you.
Well,
Um,
I was surprised. Like it was only recently I learned that Val Kilmer had to have the tracheotomy, and now he talks like a robot.
oh, okay then. Yeah, okay.
Did he have
Okay,
to
you're
have a
gonna
tracheotomy because of throat cancer?
Uh huh.
Oh goodness.
And so but apparently he had that prior to filming the new Top Gun movie. So I guess that's gonna have to be part of the plot somehow. That Iceman is disabled now. I don't know. I don't
So,
know how that's gonna work out.
so are they going to cast him as the who was the South Park character who had fought in Nom and did the whole
I know
thing
who you
over
mean, but
there?
no.
Pardon me.
He already plays a specific character, so oh merciful Zeus, stop messaging me. All right.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
what?
man. Oh,
Well,
okay. Lung cancer, says Mage Gary Wolf.
Oh.
I keep getting the messages from people who are like, vote yes on this proposition in San Diego or whatever. So I've started replying with, is this message from Earth? What year is it? Did the portal successfully close or are we still in danger? And the guy just said, thanks for the laugh. And
Okay then.
He actually responded.
he did. They always do, actually. Because they want to try to persuade you. The problem is they try really badly sometimes.
What year is it?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that so much.
Well,
Did the portal
there,
close or are we still in danger?
for me, there's really no question about what year it is because I could not confuse this at all with 1973. No way in the world could I ever do that. 73 was nowhere near as bad as this is.
Yeah, I found 73 quite unremarkable, actually.
Yes, you would have, would you not? Oh,
Indeed.
man.
Indeed. I'm sure everyone here knows why, but I don't have to explain the joke.
Young lady. I don't know.
73. I was all of 2 years old.
I was 16.
I wasn't even a mote of dust in my mom's eye. What was it about to say Kate's eye?
That wouldn't have worked out very well, no.
Kate don't know nothing about birth and no babies.
Exactly. That's why I was asking myself that question.
That's interesting, though. I had seen somewhere on the Twatters, somebody posted that we have had a president who was, let's see, competent and corrupt. That was Richard Nixon. Incompetent and not corrupt. The person offered as an example was Herbert Hoover. But had we ever before had a president who was totally incompetent and totally unprincipled? Totally corrupt, which would have been, is Trump the first one?
I think maybe. I don't know. But honestly, I don't know a whole lot about presidents pre JFK.
Okay.
No, I mean, I JFK was pretty competent.
Oh,
He was
yes.
also quite the horn dog.
Oh, yeah.
So,
He was famous for that.
But that's not necessarily corruption, is it?
No, it's not.
So he didn't qualify.
Yeah, I'm not sure if a charge of corruption could have been successfully leveled against JFK. The only possibility might have been Daddy using the mob to get JFK elected in the first place.
I wouldn't know about that.
The mob?
Yeah, and that's a suggestion, and that's a suggestion about why he was killed and why RFK was killed. Now that's conspiracy theory territory there, but it's not necessarily as crazy as some might say. I don't know
Sounds
where to land on that.
Sounds crazy enough.
It does, yeah, which is why I don't know where to land on it.
I would recommend landing on it with your feet.
It would work better than landing on my arse, I'll tell you. I've done that one already, and God, did it hurt to walk for at least a week after that.
Well, don't do it.
Well, I was walking along a retaining wall and lost my footing, and I fell 7 feet onto the sidewalk below.
I'm sorry, do you think that changes what I just said? Don't do it. I mean, I don't care what the circumstances were. You don't do that.
There you go. Okay, Brian offers that Gerald Ford was not corrupt, but he was incompetent. Okay. There are those who say Jimmy Carter was the same way.
I was going to say, yeah, because everything I heard about him was like he really was very unremarkable as a president.
Extremely.
But he wasn't a bad guy.
Right. And as a matter of fact, what I've heard is that many people say that Jimmy Carter was a horrible president because he was an honorable man. So,
I hate to say that. I'm kind of pissed off at Bernie for that shit, trying to be honorable when, we have here a gutter fight and have for many, many years. The presidential election is, and a back alley knife fight, and you can't treat it like some sort of noble jousting tournament.
absolutely. Not in this environment. I mean, it's been bad for at least 20 years as far as I can remember. Oh my. Eight concurrent viewers. All 8 of you. Thank you. Hi.
So, do guys actually do the, because I can't get it to budge.
My understanding is that there are people who have done that, and as I understand it, now this may or may not be the case, allegedly somebody knocked himself out, and it was a guy, by trying to do that with a steel can.
Oh, God. Idiots.
It's just something I've been curious about because, even stomping it down with my foot requires something extra. I don't know, like coming at it from an angle instead of from straight up. You know what I mean?
Yes. We got the admonishments back when I was in junior high school that by no means should you stomp on a one of those square paper milk cartons, the half pint size,
Oh,
because
Why?
you could screw up your arch that way, allegedly.
no clue.
What?
Allegedly, I say.
It sounds like something along the lines of don't sit too close to the TV or you'll go blind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be. It might not be. I'm not sure.
And,
I never studied
you
the
know,
physics of it.
or the whole like hairy palms thing if you're jacking yourself off, guys, and you'll go blind. So, like so many things that they tell you
People
not to
actually
do. That's
bought
just
that?
so completely not true.
Um,
Well, think about it. You're like a 13-year-old kid. You're starting to have these urges, and then, like, yeah, so someone starts telling you stuff, but it's the fucking 50s, and everyone like totally has a stick up their ass, and they're trying to be all clean like Leave It to Beaver. And so when they try to explain sex, it's all birds and bees, and no one understands it. So
Bzz.
yeah, people bought that shit.
Lock, stock, and barrel, definitely.
And it didn't help that everyone was like really religious back then. Like, it was just the default.
Yes.
Everyone assumed that you went to church.
The
Oh, boy.
abstinence only bull crap.
Yeah, you see how well that worked in Texas, right?
Abstinence only. Yeah, it's like any sex is evil, and don't you dare call yourself a virgin because you're diseased and.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Did our bombardier fall out of the Bombay?
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
okay, okay, there he goes.
well, something weird happened.
That was
Yeah.
me just not talking anymore. It's like just.
But it was so abrupt, it seemed like you cut off mid word.
Yeah,
I
you know,
know.
I'm thinking that what is YouTube gonna give us a shit for what you're talking about here? You never can
Yeah.
tell anymore. Oh,
Honestly,
my.
it was just, oh, I did that study thing again.
You did, yay!
Yeah. And honestly, like I think I really am helping for the better, because there's so many things where they're like, oh my gosh, we never thought of that. So
Hey, this is
yeah.
wonderful. We are grateful to have Kate on our side in this battle with YouTube.
Well, and I love doing these things. You know, they're fun. You do the interview. You talk about like this feature and that feature, and how easy is it to use, and and I keep explaining to them various things that are consistent among all of these things, and like all of them get in the way of trying to do what you're trying to do. And oh, I got to tell them one thing, is that I don't know anybody, not one person, who doesn't think that YouTube is actively working against them.
Right.
And I don't know what they thought of that. It got a little awkward, but I got to say it.
Well, yeah, I mean, even presented as a PR problem, you know, that they're not explaining themselves all that well and try to
Yeah.
soften the blow.
That was something else I harped on, was transparency.
Mm-hmm. Oh my, it's horrible the way it works out, and the other horrible thing is you can't talk to them for anything because they're just not there to listen.
Yeah, I brought that up with them too.
I'm sure they gave you the runaround about that one, right?
Actually, no.
Oh,
They were, believe it or not, they were surprised anyone wanted it.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm putzing around with the bubbles inside of my sparkling water bottle.
Why?
'Cause
I suppose that's as good an explanation as any.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I was sort of futzing around with the bubbles here too.
oh, yay. There we go. Okay, let's get that pin going over here. And
I'm making tornadoes in my soda bottle.
Ew!
you beat me to it.
What?
Ew!
You beat me to it, Kate.
Got a new way to punch the cobra.
I said I was making tornadoes in my soda bottle.
Yes, you did. That's exactly what you said.
Oh, push it, boy. Next thing you know, you're going to
no.
have the Supreme Court ruling against you, you know?
What?
He
You're
doesn't get
making
it.
tornadoes in your soda bottle.
He doesn't get it. It went completely over and under his feet.
There you go. That might be more at it.
Swish!
Oh, dear.
A swing and a miss. In more ways than one.
Okay.
There you go.
What I'm doing is I'm shaking my soda bottle.
And he's spinning it.
You're just digging that grave deeper, boy.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I'm spinning the soda bottle, producing carbonated bubbles, and by doing that, I'm creating tornadoes. So I'm making tornadoes in my soda bottle.
And is there
It's
foam?
It's
Does the soda
carbonated
bottle
bubbles.
have a head?
Oh God.
Okay, Brian says the bubbles can be used to defeat YouTube's nudity hunting algorithm, but have to use an off-color filter as well. There's a little double entendre going there. Yay! Now we're talking. There's Kate in negative image.
Yeah, I look like one of those kids from Village of the Damned.
What is the what is the characters the Disney duck that is also a witch?
Magica Dispel.
That's it. Okay, yeah, you kind of had a little thing going with that.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
God, it's been so long
Oh,
since
yeah,
I've seen any
Don't
of
be a
that.
square.
Well, you're not a square. You're a cube. Not you're back to normal. Okay. Man, there's the other thing with the nudity algorithm. Somebody on my YouTube account or somebody following has been reposting nudes, and it's I mean, it's nothing where I'm gonna go
Okay.
crazy about it, but it's like why?
Okay.
I forgot to note who it was that was reposting these things. If it happens again, I think I'll just unfollow that person. I mean, unfollowed by. Well, I'm not trying to blow my own horn or anything. There's one for you, tornado. But yeah, it's I'm followed by so many anymore that I lose track of who's doing what to whom and for how much. I mean, I'm close to 3,000.
Who's doing what, where, with, and to whom, and for how much?
There you go.
And on top of what?
Yeah.
And why?
And how?
Because we can.
Yep. Yeah, let me look. Oh, look at that. Okay, 2840 is the number of followers I have, which is not the population of Butte, Montana or anything, but it's, more than I ever thought I'd have.
That's a thought I never actually went and had. The number of subscribers I have is bigger than the populations of some towns.
Yes, absolutely.
That's scary.
I'm reasonably sure that you have more subscribers than there are residents of the town I live in.
Well, I wouldn't know about that.
As a matter of fact, what I will do,
What is the approximate population of your town?
I'm looking that up.
It's approximate. I don't need the exact number.
So that's how I make impulse thrusters.
There we go. Oh, okay. It's about 10,000.
Oh, yeah. I got more than that.
Mm-hmm. I'd say
I got
about half.
25,000. And if I would recommend, instead of making impulse thrusters, you sort of stop and think about your thrusters for a while.
Right.
Make sure
absolutely.
you really decided that you want them, and then get them instead of doing it on impulse.
At the very least, think about whether or not you're pointed in the right direction. What the heck is that?
I don't know. It sounds like video game music. Or it could be tornado singing.
Negative.
No, it's not tornado singing because it doesn't sound like a cat being eviscerated.
Well, I guess it must be
Oh, fuck you.
It must
We
be
love
Mom
you,
NATO.
dear. We love
It
you,
must
dear.
be Mom NATO then.
Must be. Yeah, just don't get
But
me. Just don't get me blocked in half the world.
I'm not hearing it now anyway. Oh, wait. Briefly, I heard something. It sounded like a weather report.
Oh my! There you go. That's I dearly love. You just reminded me of the British Isles weather report sung by the King's Singers in plain chant. Hilarious.
Plain chant?
Um, Rather like some of the medieval church music.
So, like Gregorian shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think one is a subset of the other. I think, um, but
But it's still a bunch of like bald dudes going,
yep,
ah, like that.
yep.
All
And that was the
right.
point of the whole exercise, basically. Let's see if I can find it.
I got the thing from Holy Grail in my head. Piercer Domine. Whack. You know.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah. Merciful fucking Zeus. This had better be someone I know.
Oh.
Uh,
Okay, here we are. And now the weather in Plainsong Anglican chant. Master singers.
hmm.
Yeah, okay, there it is. I'm pretty sure.
This campaignster doesn't get their head out of their ass by the next message, I'm gonna, is this from Earth then?
Okay then. Sounds
Is
like
the
a fun
portal
idea.
closed then? You know.
Okay, this I think is the one I'm thinking of. For those of you who like that sort of music. Oh boy. Brian says Gulf Coast will be back in the news in a couple of days. All my weather models say a slam down.
Fun.
I don't know about that. So far from what we've been understanding from from our weather
Hey, Mom
channel,
Nito, what's for dinner?
I don't know. What are you going to get up and make?
Yeah, there you go.
Could you make
That's
some mac and cheese, please, Mom Nito?
No, I don't feel like cooking.
Okay, I'll make myself a couple sandwiches.
Okay.
that sounds
Have
good.
roast state trooper.
Yeah, there you go. You know, it's always, well, I don't know, would you trust him to do it, Mom Nato? What I always find to be a good quick meal is salami and cheese on rye as a grilled sandwich.
Mm.
You'd be
He
trusting
can
him.
make grilled cheese.
Okay, you'd be trusting him around open flame. That's why I'm wondering.
Yeah. We don't have an
Oh, do you cook with electricity?
yeah. We have an
Oh,
electric
well then,
stove.
okay. Just so he doesn't
Yeah.
leave it on all day.
Yeah.
Do you have a plate that's actually quite attractive?
No.
You don't have a hot plate? Okay.
No, we don't have a hot
Don't have a
plate.
hot plate. I'll tell you, I actually did that one day. It was I put some fish sticks in the oven, fell asleep, and by the time I woke up several hours later, they were blocks
Oh
of
goodness.
graphite, and my electric bill was about $10 greater than usual in that month.
Mm.
That was a silly thing to do.
Yep, sure were. Oh man, yeah, especially the expensive electricity part. Because I think
Yeah, I can see how that might be.
it's going to be interesting. I haven't received um, the application to recertify for the heating assistance yet. I hope I get
Mm.
it pretty soon. I would not. It wouldn't kill me, but I wouldn't want to have a winter without the assistance.
Yeah.
I mean, heating this place isn't that expensive. It really isn't. Maybe about, I don't know, 25, $30 a month, something like that. But
Right.
the light heap does help.
Yeah.
Have you received anything, or do you not?
Um, I could probably if I applied for it. I used to get it when I was in Missouri when I was renting, but since I don't rent anymore, I own, I don't know that I would qualify,
That's
even though
fine.
I have
I
good
don't
food
see why
stamps.
not.
Mm, my electric bill in the wintertime is not super high. I mean, technically, what? Why? Why didn't you use the towel in the bathroom? Go on.
What is he? Has he been playing with his soda again?
No, he was. I have a washcloth that I use to in case I get too much condensation from
Oh,
my
okay,
glass,
okay.
and it's dry right now, so he was using it to dry his hands.
All right.
But
Hmm.
uh back to what I was saying, if I can actually remember what I was saying before that.
Now wait a minute.
Oh,
Okay.
El Heap. Um, I used to get it in the winters in Missouri, but here the electric bill's not ever really super high in the wintertime. It's no different in the wintertime than it is in the summer, I should say.
Well, Brian
So,
says you don't qualify for anything but BAP in Florida if you own. I don't know what BAP is,
I
so
don't know
could
what
you help
BAP
me out
is
with that?
either.
But,
Oh,
you know,
SNAP.
it's it's
Okay,
it's
okay.
it's
Food
it's
stamps.
funny because
Oh,
you hear about places that get cold and they have like assistance or subsidies or whatever the fuck else to heat a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
To keep the people there warm. But in places that get hot, there's no like subsidies for AC.
Right.
actually,
Right.
there is.
Not
Is
here.
there?
Not here. I can tell you that.
Um, I'm not. I know that in Missouri they will do if you have issues paying your electric bill in the summertime because of air conditioning expenses, they will pay a smaller portion than what they pay in the wintertime, but they will help.
I mean, we're going to be at a point where that's going to be a necessity. Whether or
Mm-hmm.
not people get it is another story. But
Right.
with the changing climate, yeah, eventually it's going to be a
Yeah.
necessity to have help cooling.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if I'll be around for that because if it's 20 years from now, there's a question of whether or not I'll be around.
Right.
But what the heck? I mean, I'm no spring chicken, so.
Yeah.
Mm. Chop. I'll run around with your head off.
There you
Mm.
go. The one I like is from an older Hudson and Landry comedy album. They used to do routines where a drunk would call a business. Um, it started out as Ajax Liquor Store, and then Ajax whatever and whatever and whatever. One of those routines had, "I'm running around like a chicken with my legs cut off." That's always, yeah.
So how are you running around then?
That's the point.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, the guy was smashed off his whatever, so
Yeah.
Well, it sounds
Smashed
like
up
at the
his rocker?
beginning of Hitchhiker's Guide, where it's like they hung up in the sky in exactly the way bricks don't.
Yes, yes. He had a way, I'll tell you, beautiful way of describing things.
I don't know. I mean, that's the weird thing, though. Is there's a lot of British authors I've read, and when they're doing comedy, there is definitely a formula and a pattern and a pattern, for that matter, to their comedy.
God.
That you could quantify it if you really took the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, and as far as, not necessarily stand-up comedy or whatever, because it really didn't exist yet, but the delivery that I remember most fondly, I guess it was accurate, was the way Hal Holbrook would perform his version of Mark Twain. Because the way Mark Twain, I guess, would use language and timing was what I would see later in British comedy.
Wonder what it'd be like if Mark Twain started writing now instead.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
that's a scary thought.
I don't know that he would be any more appreciated than he is in the southern states right now.
Well, I mean, it's just like it's hard to relate to the sort of post Civil War stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's so far removed in history.
The problem is it's not all that it's not necessarily all that removed. Yeah. I mean,
For me, it is.
um,
I mean, it's like World War II felt like a long ass time ago. When my parents told me about it, when I learned about it in school, it was like, oh, that's something that happened in the grandfather's time. My parents weren't even born yet, you know? And so that seemed like so, so long ago. And so you want to tell me the Civil War isn't that long ago? Don't get me started, because that was forever ago.
and that's, well, there's the thing that we have many of the same problems, not necessarily the same kind of problems, the same problems that still exist now that existed back then. The problem of racism, for example. I'd really like to know what Samuel Clemens would have to say about that now. Because
Like George Floyd?
Yep. Because I mean, Clemens had enough to say about it when he was writing in the late 19th century. But yeah, it's amazing though. I mean, just if you'll excuse the expression, when I hear you speaking about World War II, that it seems so long ago and everything else. And then I think of myself, I was born only 12 years after the war ended.
Okay, I'm going to make this even worse. Vietnam seemed like a long ass time ago. No, I'm serious. The way I heard people talking about it, even when I was in elementary school, it sounded like it happened like 50 years ago.
Amazing.
Like
really
I know
is.
intellectually that it didn't, but I kept hearing people talk about how like my father's generation was the ones being drafted, and my dad, of course, my age is in the single digits. My dad seems ancient, even though he's probably in like mid to late 20s. He seems ancient. And so I hear about Vietnam. My dad might have had to have been drafted and all that stuff. Um, it sounds like 1.5 million years ago, you know?
That's the interesting thing, because I remember watching the CBS Evening News with the body counts and everything on a nightly basis. And I'm, yeah, true. I'm in the single digits at this point, but still. Because, well, let's see, effectively, the war escalated and got considered to be a war when I was, what, maybe 7 or 8 years old? Gulf of Tonkin was what, 65?
I have no clue. All right, I'm going to go because I am starting to get really sleepy and I have not slept since yesterday evening.
Ugh, not fun.
Yes.
No, you're
Yes, I
gonna want
woke
to
up at
sleep.
about 11 p.m. on Saturday. So I am going to go
Oh
to
my, oh
bed and catch up on some sleep.
my. Oh wait a
So
minute. There we go.
I will
I
talk to
actually.
you all later. Have a good
Good
day.
fun.
Good night.
Have a good
Don't
night, honey.
Yep. All right. Bye bye.
Take care. Yay! Oh God, that's the amazing thing. All I've been doing all day is sleeping. Not fun.
I'm gonna head off too, so I'm getting myself some food, so I'm gonna leave.
Oh,
See ya.
dude, it looks like some shit out of Tron. Look at that.
Uh huh.
Bye.
Oh, that kicks
Bye,
so
guys. I'm
much
heading off because I'm getting
ass.
some food.
Oh,
Okay.
holy crap.
Take care, honey.
Bye bye.
7. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that.
That is, yeah. You're a glowing PC board over there.
That's so cool.
So okay, the next thing you're gonna do with your next tattoo is you're gonna have a phosphorescent ink over what you've got already, right?
Believe me, I wondered if it was safely possible.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yeah, with that stuff, no thanks for me. I don't like it for myself.
Eh. Well, as you're so fond of saying, you're probably at the end. Why not just fucking go do it?
Yeah, but I don't know.
What? What don't you know? Why wouldn't you just fucking go do it?
I have this thing about being very careful with stuff that's permanent.
So?
You know, instead of thinking twice, I'll think 5 times.
No, but I mean, so if permanent means a year, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you do have a
You
point there.
know?
You do have a
That's
point.
what That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Oh my. Maybe I should consider dyeing my hair. See
Yeah.
if I make it to Christmas, maybe I could have green hair or something. I don't know, man.
I got green hair. I was never able to get the actual shade of green I wanted. It came out more like a pine green, which isn't what I was after. The best I ever did was blue. Blue looked amazing.
Oh my, okay. Because I saw somebody when I was out shopping. There was a woman a little older than I, maybe about 70 or so, who had a purple rinse, which looked really, really great. I wish that I could. She was a black lady, so the purple with the dark skin was part of the effect which is something I wouldn't be able to pull off necessarily. But okay, what have you got here? Oh, this is blue hair. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me. You're not. I'm not presenting this yet because I have to.
Oh.
Okay. There. Now we're doing it. Okay then. Damn good blue. Yep. Damn
Yeah.
nice blue.
So, that was the best I ever managed with my hair. I've done reds too, but I've never been able to get that blue. I stopped dyeing my hair because it fucks it up pretty hard and it makes it harder to keep it straight.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now wait a minute. Let me see where we are here. Um,
Diana, your hair, yeah, Mage Grey Wolf.
there you go.
Of all the Mage Grey Wolves I know, you're the one most likely to have said that.
Okay, so yeah, we're doing all right. Well, it doesn't matter much, even if you are pinned, because you're the only other person on channel at the moment, so that's okay.
Those eyebrows look so fucked up.
It's interesting though, when you hold your head in certain positions with the closed lips and everything, the reverse image, the negative image, makes you look so much older than you are, to my eyes, and you look
Well,
like a witch.
there's a sinister quality to the underlighting.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so that can be scary.
the the brilliant white hair is great though. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's glowing. I wish I could do that for realsies.
That would take a lot of peroxide, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm sure there'd be more involved to make it actually glow.
Well, yeah, but first you'd have to strip the dark color from the hair, right?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe they just install some sort of light strand.
Hey, okay. Fiber optic hair.
There you go.
Oh my. Okay, what have we got here? Are we still counting? Yeah, we're still counting. Whenever I see the side chat quit doing things for what feels like too long, I start worrying that YouTube has thrown us off again. Oh my. Either you've. Oh, you did freeze. Okay. Was it through the whatever it is that does your whatever it is on the whatever it is, or
I had an email I wanted to check.
okay then.
I made my tongue look interesting for a second there, and I got curious what I could make it do.
You look pretty good in orange.
You know, it's funny. Orange has become one of my favorite colors. I still prefer blue. I
Okay.
really like orange for some reason. Something about it.
Hmm. What the heck?
Mm.
Oh my. I haven't figured out what my favorite color is yet.
Oh,
Used to be blue,
why
but
not?
I don't know. The various colors are not as separate in the ratings as they used to be. I used to
Why
favor.
not?
I don't know. I really don't. I used to favor blue very many much when I was younger. But blue isn't the clear favorite it used to be.
Why not?
Maybe because I'm old and senile.
Okay, answer accepted. Well, I mean, like, okay, blue is my favorite color because it looks like sunny summer skies and Luke Skywalker's lightsaber and Superman's uniform. It's one of the happiest colors I know, which is why I'm so boggled that people think it's depressing. Oh, what freaking
No.
depressing? If you think blue's depressing, you're using it wrong.
Absolutely. No, I've never found blue to be depressing. No.
People dumb.
Oh my, what do they call it? The ice blue is very nice in my eyes, or to my eyes.
Well, and it also helps what you combine it with. Like blue and yellow really looks like that summer day I'm talking about.
Okay,
You know?
okay. Yeah, the
And
yellow
like
sun and the blue sky.
same with like blue and green if you use them right.
And then you get a winter scene, although it's a cheerful winter scene if you do blue and white.
Yeah, yeah. Or it could just be one of those sunny days, but partially cloudy, where you got those scudding clouds going by. That
Okay.
kind of the ones that kind of look like someone would freak out because it's a chemtrail. Those kind of scudding clouds. Um, and then like not really sure how to talk about blue and red because they go together, but they don't really seem to project an emotion to me at all. The most I can do, I can point to it and say Spider Man.
Okay then. Does whatever a spider can.
Yeah, blue and purple are so close to each other, it's not even worth discussing.
Harmonica Man says I play blues all the time, find it quite enjoyable.
There you go.
I'm a blues fan.
So it depends what kind of blues for me to like it.
Oh, let's see. B.B. King?
Eh, let's put it this way. Okay. The Blues Brothers movie, right?
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure how many of the songs in there are blues or if it's all just rhythm and blues. I'm never sure what the fuck the difference is. But I liked a lot of the songs in that.
Well, those are, yeah, pretty much across the board actual blues.
All right. Like, what was this? Like Sweet Home Chicago or whatever they did? You
Oh,
know,
yes. Oh, yeah.
"Where you wanna go? That one. That was pretty good, right?
Indeed. Indeed.
And then like the thing Ray Charles did where everyone was dancing in the street,
Oh, yes. Yes.
that was
Mm-hmm.
pretty good. And I liked Aretha Franklin's thing in the diner,
Yeah, okay.
you
Yeah,
know.
you've got to think.
So but I was not the biggest fan of the one dude. I have no idea who he was. He was doing this weird scatting thing where like he does this deep gravelly how that guy. Not my
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
not my thing.
I can hear him and I can't bring up his name.
But it doesn't even matter who he is. It's the kind of music he was playing,
Uh-huh.
right? I liked all those other ones, but something about the one he did, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the ones where it's da 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 da, and then someone says lyrics da 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 da. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, there was one that Aykroyd did that was like that. Oh well, what are you
Like
gonna do?
I think there was one exception. I'm trying to remember what was that one exception. It wasn't in the Blues Brothers, but it was that style. What the hell was that? Oh, it was like in a TV show or a movie, I think. Not yes, Adventures in Babysitting. Those are they like the babysitter and the kids. They bust into this place because they're on the run from the mob, and it turns out to be a blues club. And they're trying to get out of there. They start to leave, and the one dude on the stage stops them. And he goes, "No one gets out of here without singing the blues." Right?
Alrighty then.
And so they make the kids sing a blues song, and it was pretty good actually.
I have
So,
no idea who this is, and I'm not answering the phone. Sorry.
fair enough. But no, I mean that like the song that they sang, like she steps up to the microphone and she starts trying to explain what's going on. She goes, "Hi everybody, I'm the babysitter." Da 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 da. You know, like that. And then she goes, "Okay," and our car lost a tire. Da 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 da. You know, and it's like, yeah. And it turns into this big song and dance number in the way that only an 80s movie can. And yeah, so like that's one of the only ones of those that I've enjoyed.
Oh my. Yeah, the person that Kate was talking about, to my ears, was not Cab Calloway. I cannot remember what his name was.
Yeah, Cab Calloway was the dude that was like, I don't know, he played the harmonica for them at the orphanage. That was Cab Calloway.
Yeah, and with the show that they ended up doing, he was the one that opened it with Minnie the Moocher. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. No, a totally different guy. This guy, I think his last name was Hooker, actually.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's see.
Gotta keep going.
John Lee
But
Hooker.
what was that?
John Lee Hooker.
Oh, it sounded like Gondoli, and I was like, what the fuck? But okay,
Okay.
Hooker, yeah. Um, wasn't the biggest fan.
Yeah, and I think the song you're actually thinking of is called Boom Boom.
Oh, those lyrics were in there. Uh, yeah, it was a boom, 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 boom. He did that. So, yeah. Anyway, point being,
Moof Beef.
I believe I've drawn a Venn diagram around the blues I've enjoyed and not around the blues I've not enjoyed. Enough for people to probably say I get it now.
Moo.
Provided, of course, they realize that you can't like excise one of the qualities out of there and then make a suggestion and think it'll be on target. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
consider all the factors at once.
And Harmonica Man says boring blues suck. Yeah, okay, that works.
Yeah.
Yay, yay, yay,
uh,
yay, yay. It is the yay, but it
but
isn't the yay, and it is moo.
I mean, but I mean, jazz, blues, well, and jazz. Neither of those are ones I'd like actively seek out anyway. Like, not my thing. I really like stuff that's very melody driven, very verse chorus, all of that, and guitars, lots of guitars. We're talking like 80s rock, 80s metal, pop punk, all of that stuff. Maybe not so much the death metal. I don't know. I like being able to hear the lyrics actually, and in that stuff, they're usually growling at you.
Uh,
So I mean, yeah, but that's my more traditional wheelhouse, I guess, when it comes to music and liking it. Is pretty traditional rock and rolly type stuff.
okay then. Yay.
I like a good melody that I can easily whistle.
Okay, that works.
You know, so yeah. Um,
And then there's cat blues over there.
wow. Either we are super lagged, or Harmonica Man missed where we figured out who the dude was. Because he
Just
just
put
posted
that
that
up. Yep.
just now. Maybe if he was paying attention, he could tell us what the delay was, how much of a delay there was between me pointing and him hearing me point or whatever. I don't know. Because it sounds like he's hearing us like minutes ago.
It does. Yeah, he just put up the name of the song. Boom, boom. Not to be confused with Bam Bam. That was Hanna-Barbera.
Although I do remember from the Blackadder Goes Forth when Baldric had written a poem called The German Guns.
Oh,
Do you remember that
jeez.
one?
I don't remember it offhand.
It's pretty simple. It goes like this: boom, 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 boom.
Okay, I'm
That's
liking it.
a whole poem.
Jeez.
So, yeah, Blackadder.
I am gonna have to see if I can't pull that up. Um,
What, Blackadder?
yeah, the whole thing. Um,
I know places to find it, but not for free.
that doesn't matter. I'll actually pay
No?
some. I'll actually pay some money for it as long as it isn't totally out of my price range.
Oh, kind of not what I meant, actually.
Okay then.
I meant like a streaming service like Hulu
Oh,
or
okay.
BritBox or something
Gotcha.
like that.
Gotcha.
That's the kind of. I haven't checked for the discs literally decades because I still have my discs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just waiting for one of these damn streaming services to get Red Dwarf back. Damn it! I
Yeah.
mean, I have it on disc over there, but when you're in lockdown and you're binging, it's so much more convenient to have it streaming.
Yes.
Plus, there's some weird times where, like, a streaming service will have parts of something that aren't on the discs. Like, there's this one thing in Blackadder the Third, I want to say, where they reach a certain spot that ordinarily cut off, but all of a sudden it keeps going. And it's like, there was more to that scene? Really? I had no idea. It's weird. One of my favorite 80s movies of all time, Explorers, right? When it was in the theater, it was different. When they released it on home video, they changed it for some reason. I don't know why. But I got Netflix a bunch of years ago and they had Explorers and it was the theatrical cut. So what I did was I screen capped the stuff that they were showing and spliced it into a copy I'd ripped from the DVD, spliced it all together, and now I have the theatrical cut on my hard drive.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm seeing over here Blackadder Remastered, the Ultimate Edition, for 65 bucks from Target. I'd consider it. I'll have to pay off some of my Target credit card, though, before, because I'd do it on there. And I kind of loaded it up with the dresser and with the chest of drawers and the microwave oven and the trackball that I'm going to pick up tomorrow and a couple other things on there.
How much was it on that site you saw?
$65.
They have it for 58 on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's Amazon, but it is cheaper.
Ah, șede pe trasa patcole. Yes, is today to
Swap
sing
it
to
up
making.
for free.
Yes.
Blah 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 bleeb.
Rub-a-dub.
Yeah.
My oh my oh my oh my. Yeah, DVD October 20th, 2009.
Yeah.
Moof beef.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You have this thing over here. Oh, okay. So this frequently bought together thing that they've got going is the remastered, then Faulty Towers, the complete collection remastered, and then Blackadder Remastered 5, the specials.
Hmm.
Okay, I
I
didn't.
only know one of those, but no, there were two. There were two that I know of. Yeah, because there was the Christmas Carols sort of rip-offy thing. No, wait, that was the same one. I don't know the other special.
Moof beef. Yeah, I don't know offhand. Allegedly, you get the three of these things together, it's 130 or so.
Hmm. Well, I do love Faulty Towers.
Moof beef.
And Chef is really good. I know I've described it before.
Yes, indeed.
Hmm. I'm just looking at Amazon and putting like more crapola on my wish list is all. So I'm gonna delete the celery from my wish list because like I just bought a shit ton of it. I don't need more.
Okay, so what we have here.
What we have here is almost 20 minutes to feeding the kitties time is what we have here.
Meow, meow, meow,
Yes,
meow.
like that.
Food.
Uh-huh.
Kitties and their food. I don't know. How is it that you have the two of them together all the time?
I never should have taught them that sometimes when I go to bed, I give them kibble first. Because now, when it's time for me to go to bed, I have these two whining diaper babies who expect to be given kibble.
Shit.
I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do that every time. Shut up. But
You should it. You did it to yourself. There you go.
yeah, I know. I was trying to be nice. Uh,
Oh my.
but sometimes I think I should find different places for their food bowls because they might be a little too close. But I don't really know where I'd put another one.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's a little of this and a little of that.
Yeah. But I mean, so far it's working out fairly well, I think. But every now and then it sure looks like one of them is stealing the other's food. Like a couple of times it looked like Columbia was stealing Xander's food. But then once I noticed that they had just both swapped bowls for some reason.
Okay. Maybe each of them
Like,
liked
'cause,
the other
I mean,
color.
it wasn't even that I had just set the bowls down and walked away. No, I put because their bowls are far enough away that I have to walk a bit after I've put one of them down. So I put down Xander's bowl, and he starts eating. I walk over to Columbia. I put down her bowl. She starts eating. I come back about 3 minutes later, and they're both eating at the other dishes. And I'm like, you were happily chowing down when I walked away. And in that span of 3 minutes, you decided to play some sort of like hot potato shit with your food bowls. Why?
Just to give you a hard time, I guess.
And I meant musical chairs, not hot potato.
Yeah, let's screw around with the human here. Get her wondering what the hell we're up to.
I guess, but I mean, it was, yeah, bogglesome. I did not grok.
I don't know. I miss having multiple kitties. Although at the same time, multiple kitties is an interesting experience, as you well know.
Hmm. I'm trying really hard to find a way for Xander and Columbia to be okay with each other. For Columbia to be able to spend some time with me without being chased away by Xander.
Okay, then.
Because I miss Columbia.
I can imagine. Yeah, because Columbia's had you for how long now?
Quite a while, quite a while. So I don't know. I mean, I got to find a way because Xander does tend to chase her off. Now, I don't know how to get her okay with him because the problem really does seem to be mostly her. Although he is a little thing and he does want to play, and so he has pounced on her from behind. So he's not
Ooh.
helping his case any. But I've seen Columbia give about as good as she gets. And I've described to you what it was like when I first brought him home and how she reacted.
Yeah. And okay, who is that off to your left?
Yeah,
Is this,
Monica Commander said he's 3.5 minutes behind.
wow.
Uh,
Okay, that looks like his orange.
I don't think they have irritable bowel. Oh, irritable bowel syndrome. Oh, don't make me come over there. I will light your ass on fire for that one. Don't make me come over there. Ugh,
Oh my, oh
humans.
my, oh my. Yeah, and then I think I see his orangeness over to your left. I don't see him right now. Oh, there he is. I see
Hey,
an ear.
he's on in the chair. Columbia's right here.
Oh my! So they are in proximity.
No, no, they're about 4 or 5 feet apart.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. No, listen, Xander's
That's
there.
him. Yes.
Columbia is here.
Yeah, she's off camera.
Right, but my point is, like, I'm trying to show you how much I swing my arm shows distance.
Yes.
So they're not close. You said in proximity. I'm just telling you no.
Wolf beef. In other words, they're not across the room from each other. And then
But
what
they're
I
also not nose to nose either.
what I need are those Rousseau crosses that you get on the film, so you know what the angular separation is, and then you can determine what the linear separation is.
Yes. You can definitely do that.
Yay! There we go.
Mhm. I've wanted that tattoo for so long. It took a long time to get the money for it. My mom helped, which surprised me.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. She was trying to take an interest or something. I don't know. My parents are getting weird. Like, my dad grew his beard out and then he shaved it into a goatee, and now he looks like a bad guy in a superhero movie.
Okay.
Like, seriously, dad scares me now. So, I don't know. I wish he'd knock it off.
It's just messing with your head, right?
Well, I think he's messing with his own head, really.
Well, yeah. When you come down to it.
Yeah. Another friend pointed out something I'd also noticed is my dad now sort of looks weirdly like Rob Paulson. My favorite voice
Okay.
actor?
Wolf beef.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Like, you're set up to see with the presenting and things, right?
Okay
That's
then. Alrighty then.
he looks. Doesn't he look like a movie bad guy, kind of?
Kinda.
Yeah, he looks a bit like Rob Paulson. So that's my dad.
Yay.
Yeah, get along much better with him than with my mom. I don't know. It's like you have some where it's the mother daughter and they really bond, and then you get the mother and daughter fucking oil and water, And well, guess which one I am with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is she has way too much yenta in her.
Well, you're lucky in the sense that at least one of your parental units, parents, etc., is bondable.
I mean, my mom and I have reached a kind of detente, but I just for a good long time we just well, I fucking hated her, and she seemed to want to just walk. You remember when George Carlin was talking to people walking around like like that? That was what my mom wanted to do. So yeah,
And sure, yeah, sure, absolutely. We can give that a try. Enter wants to know if I can provide some Ubuntu help.
sit Ubuntu, sit. Good code.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, it's all I can hear when you people say Ubuntu. It's either that or some dude with a shield, spear, and bone through his nose, which sounds really horrible now that I've said it, but you know what I mean. It sounds very tribey, you know?
Well, I'm trying to remember which of the languages that it comes from, but I believe it's from that continent somewhere.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes, uh huh.
Okay, so I prefer to go with the other explanation though.
Because I'm trying to remember, was that production company run by the guy who played Daddy the in that television series with Michael J. Fox?
Sorry, what?
Okay,
I think it was Michael Gross.
the thing that you're saying, this reminded the Ubuntu reminded you of the thing. Sit Ubu sit, good boy.
Yeah.
Was that production company run by the actor who played Daddy in that?
In Family Ties.
That's the name. I couldn't remember the name.
Because that's Michael Gross, is the dude who played the dad. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. Tayo Corasto.
I don't think so. I think he was just an actor. But I can look.
Trishetika.
A Michael Disgusting. I should have a where the hell's the trivia? There it is. Okay, let's type in Ubu. No, you type in Ubu, not a damn thing comes up. Let's just type in Ubu as the search.
Yeah, and I found this as an independent production company founded in 1982 by television producer Gary David Goldberg, who was definitely not Michael Gross.
Right. Wow, look at all these titles. Wow. There's a lot of titles. Some of these I only barely even remember. Some of these were definitely not during my time. Hey. Yeah, such a staple of the 80s, though, the Sidhu Buset.
Yeah, such a staple that even I remember it.
Yeah. Mm. I miss that time. There were like okay, there were a couple of things I didn't care for was like the sitcoms that felt they needed to teach us a lesson by the end of it.
Okay. Oh, excuse me,
Meh,
please.
you know, but other than that, I mean, there was a lot of really great TV out there. I loved Night Court; was so much fun.
Okay, yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, and I mean, before Kirk Cameron went insane, Growing Pains was pretty good.
Well, do I have it correct, or am I mishearing things? I thought I heard that he was pretty much a jackass on set at that time, even.
Well,
But
well, no, see, okay, the story that I read said that like he was having troubles something going on for the first two seasons of Growing Pains. And then it was in season 3 when he found Jesus, right? And
anyway,
so then he started like pissing all over the show, insisting that like the chick playing his girlfriend be fired because she was a Playboy like model or whatever, Playboy bunny. And then like he took it all the way up to the head offices of the head honchos of NBC or whatever no ABC, because Growing Pains was ABC. And like he just started making all this trouble and shit. But it started in season 3 is
okay,
when the god bothering started to affect the show.
okay then.
So there was that. Other shows were good. I mean, Cheers, good, and others. I don't know. I'm a little brain crampy right now, but yeah, there were some really great '80s sitcoms. There was also a lot of garbage, but it's always thing is, for me, the '80s was just fun and bright and colorful and shiny and all that stuff. So Perfect Strangers is a great show.
Okay then, yeah.
And you know what? I was surprised that I enjoyed the Golden Girls, but I've enjoyed the Golden Girls.
Alrighty then, yeah. It wasn't all that bad, really.
And you know what? I realized if I was any three of the or any of them, any of the four of them, probably be Sophia. No filter and just says horrible, horrible shit all the time. I mean, come on, you know. I would be that wise ass. I know I would.
I have to wonder how much of that crap could you put on the air now.
What of the Golden Girls?
Um, the stuff like it, with the unfiltered crap, and just throw it on out there.
No, the whole point of the character, she had like an injury in the first episode or something, and it like did something in her brain where now she literally just says what comes to her mind, no matter whether it's diplomatic or not. And so she literally has no filter, is what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the
Mm-hmm.
character, right? So it's not that the show has no filter. I mean, obviously they had to stick within some guidelines, but the character would just blurt out the most awkward shit, like the most inopportune time. It's like I don't know, you go to a wedding and you say something that splits up the couple, and it was just whatever came to your head.
Okay.
Um, Well, I'm just saying. I think my personality maps most easily onto hers.
Okay then. Oh my. Andrew says, I wasn't allowed to watch Perfect Strangers because they were two men living together.
So roommates was
Uh,
somehow forbidden.
that's the
Like
first
just
thing that came to my mind. Wow.
but um,
That's Bufu.
definitely Dorothy. just saying.
Wolf beef.
Okay. I don't think we have a Blanche or a Rose. Not in this group.
Okay, no, I don't see myself as a Blanche or a Rose. No.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Dorothy.
Okay, I'll take it.
You're definitely not Sophia.
No, definitely not.
Well, who's left? You know? Um, yeah, but we don't have, like the resident horn dog. So who the hell is Blanche? And you know, maybe if Tornado were a little bit more lovable, he could be Rose, but no.
Okay. Oh my, and that's interesting what Enter says. Is she says, "Yep," about roommates being a problem. That's boofoo.
Crazy.
That's very very boofoo.
But I have to wonder what these parents thought about, my two dads or bosom buddies.
Yeah.
One
And
of those.
okay, here's the thing. What did they have? What did they think about the Jesus and the 12 fuck buddies he had running around with him?
I'm sure that it didn't even occur to them.
Uh huh.
But it's always so weird when you get those church signs where they put up something and it's like, how naive do you have to be to not realize that what you just put up is like, one of the net, the bumper sticker with the CLI and the cross after it. How did nobody notice that?
Uh huh.
Right?
Right.
And yet people manage to, it's like they have this gap in their brain that says, wait a minute, this could be taken wrong. They just don't seem to have that. And I don't get it. It's like, how can you be that isolated that you don't know, like, slang terms for genitalia or whatever?
Harmonica Man says, "Oh my God, my mother got rid of our TV because Dad was lusting after the solid gold dancers." Oh, for the
Wow.
love of Saint Kulik! I mean, there was something else you could have done about that, and it would not have been getting rid of the TV. But I guess that didn't occur to her.
When that show was on and new and all of that stuff and bright and shiny, um, I was pretty young, elementary school age. And I didn't quite realize what was going on when they had the lip sync competition.
Oh, okay.
And so, I genuinely thought those people were singing because I was 5, right? And looking back on it now, the very notion that we had a contest to see who could mouth the lyrics the best I'm just really, that's a thing. You're being your own ventriloquist dummy basically is a
Mm-hmm.
thing. I mean, I guess this is what led to Milli Vanilli.
Pretty much. Although, if memory serves, it was kind of the way the act was put together. Um, was this the same show that gave us the guy doing the puppets and what's that Queen song? Is this
What
the
on
real
earth?
life? Um,
What on earth are you talking about?
there
But,
was.
well, I know you mean Bohemian Rhapsody, but what the
Thank
heck are you
you.
talking?
Okay, there was an act I remember that made it to television of the guy with the rows of puppets, 2 rows of puppets, and
Definitely not Milli Vanilli.
no, it's not. I was wondering if that was that lip sync program that gave us that.
Lip sync pro.
The one you're
What on earth?
talking about, whatever it was called.
Solid Gold.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. And it gave us a dude with puppets.
That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if, because, some of that solid gold was, of course, the act that you put together around
Yeah,
the
but it
lip
was usually
syncing.
like rock and roll shit. Like there was no room in that show for puppets, I don't think.
Okay, so that wouldn't have been it then. Okay, so that answered my
Oh.
question.
I
Um,
think there was a show like that decades later, you know?
uh,
But you know, like one of those America's Got Talent shows, one of
okay,
those.
yeah,
But I'm pretty sure Solid Gold didn't do that. Like lip sync was basically like reverse karaoke. It was okay. We're taking popular music. Who can mouth Madonna's words the best? That was like the whole thing.
yeah.
I thought it was stupid. When I realized what it was many years later and went, really? Really? People won prizes for that? Really? Ah.
Yeah, easy mind not to that to understanding to making, but
It was also on Solid Gold because like Solid Gold would also have like an actual act every now and then, not just like, you know, amateurs winging it.
uh
And it was on that show that I first caught a glimpse of Boy George, and wow, was I confused.
huh. Okay then, yeah.
Yeah,
Is can I to imagining to being to making? Yes.
I think my exact words to my parents were, "Why does that lady sound funny?"
Okay.
I think those were my first like the actual thing I said. I don't know. Anyway, it's 6:02 and I have kitties to feed.
Meow,
So,
meow, 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 meow. She's trying to get
yeah,
rid of me, folks.
it's true. Except I can only get rid of me. So, 10, 9, 8, 6, 7, 4, 5, skip a few. Bye.
Take care, hon. Oh my. Okay, and then here we are. There's the old mildly bug twice over. There we are. Camera two. That'll do. Okay. That is interesting, Aunt Jer. She says my parents are very naive. Situation came up in our family where a topic of conversation happened to be digital sexual assault. My dad asked me if that was sodomy. Not strictly speaking, no. Um, but, you know, what the heck? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe Harmonica Man. It's been so long ago. Yeah, what I'm thinking, the thing I'm thinking of, the act I was thinking of, the puppets and the guy who was operating them were all dressed up like classic jailbirds. Um, but I didn't see anything right offhand in the YouTubers. So you see, am I not annoying? Maybe it is lost to the ages. Oh well, what can I tell you? But there we are. What I'm gonna do as far as that goes is, yeah, it's maybe I'm gonna head back to bed because all I've been doing lately is sleeping, and may have something to do with stuff that's going on, and I don't know. Well, you take care, Aunt Jer. Yeah, we'll kind of bring things to a close here, seeing as how there's what half a dozen or five watching, and Aunt Jer, drop me a line, drop me a DM. I may know something, I may not. I'm willing to give it a try. So we'll just go from there. And okay, what I'll do is I will say thank everybody who's here. Thank everybody who's not here. going our separate ways here. So, as I keep saying, I love doing this stuff for you guys. I really do, and I love it when you come back every time. I don't know. Kind of gives one an idea that one is appreciated, and I really thank you for that. I really do. And okay, until we see each other again Sunday or maybe a little earlier, who can tell? I have no idea what I'm doing lately. So when I do it, I'll tell you. Okay, kids, and thanks a lot, troops. See you on the other side.